Hello everyone and welcome to the RNG University. So today I'm going to retry, I guess, my Kotose deck, but with a new sort of shell or a new lease on life. I'm basically playing a mono black deck with a little bit splash of blue. So what we have here is, uh, you know, the normal mono black sort of colors with two concealing curtains, two cut down. I took away the rest, but I think concealing curtains a little better. Against the other getting aggro, I can still block with a 0/4, right? Then in the 2-drop, I have 2 Infernal Grasp for removal, 4 Tenacious Underdog, just to have something on the board, and later on to Blitz, 4 Bankbuster to crew up, and also to draw cards if necessary, and 4 Make Disappear to have that blue synergy with Counterspell, but also with Casualty that works with early game drop like Concealing Curtain and Tenacious Underdog. On the 3-drop, we got that Graveyard Trespasser goodness, that Liliana goodness, and also I thought about putting in 2 Celestis, just to have some, cycle advantage for card draw later on. I'm not really sure if 2 Celestis is a good idea, but this is something I'm trying right now. And then I have 2 Shieldred, of course, because Shieldred is very good. And in the 5 cast, we got the good Evoke Despair to win games, and 2 Kotose as the theme of the deck. I really like Kotose as a card, but I really haven't gotten her to good usage yet. I feel like right now, with the aggressive meta, if we can stave off, Kotose might help us stabilize. And she's also very good at killing those big control decks. So my idea is that... and then there's 24 lands. So 4 islands, 1 Otawara, 10 swamps, 1 Takenuma, 4 Shipwreck Marsh, and 4 Waterfront District. Right, that's the whole idea of the deck. My plan is to hold off, Make Disappear, only countering really big, game swing cards. Against black, it is just for Invoke Despair. Against blue, it is just for the Haughty Jin, right? And against humans, it's probably just for the pair ladies, Halana and Elena, and that's the idea. So hopefully this deck is good. I'm not really quite sure how this kind of curves out in today's meta because I don't have a Meathook. It's very hard to field clean the opponent, right? So the trick is to try to stay on board, which means that early game we have to mulligan hard into one of these early drops. Curtain, Underdog, or at least a Bankbuster, and then try to stabilize with Graveyard Trespasser to force 2 for once, Liliana to kill our opponent's board or hand, and then Invoke Despair eventually to kind of have that better curve all later game and kill our opponent's creature. Alright, let's try the deck out. I hope it's good. I really hope it's good because I really like this kind of format. It's kind of control our opponent's deck sort of idea. I'm not really sure though because we really don't have any sort of comeback mechanic, so we can't fall behind too much. And I really didn't want to just always rely on white, although I do think white is probably the strongest color right now in terms of late game. We have 3 lands, so I'm going to keep. I have 2-drop, 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 3-drop. So, no reason not to keep here. But if our opponent's aggro, we're going to be on the back foot and probably lose. Yeah, that's just the way it is. I at first I thought it was just a conspiracy theory that, only the good players go second. And I'm not really to my own horn here, but I've gone second, I think, 80% of the time I'm playing. Which is... That's a really, really, I don't know, shaky number? Shifty number? Our opponent's mono blue, so we're just gonna lose. Mono blue, against mono blue, if we go second, I don't really know if we have a chance. Okay, so he's got 2 lands. He pitched a Make Disappear, meaning that he has a Make Disappear. This is probably going to get countered anyways. But this is a better card against mono blue decks because we have card draw at the end of turn that stops our opponent from really, it's Make Disappear, it doesn't matter. Stops our opponent from playing too much on their turn because we're going to hold up our Make Disappear. They're going to consider. hold up 2 mana. Alright, now that we have 3 mana, the choices are to play Celestis and get that countered, or play Liliana and get that countered. Or play Graveyard Trespasser and get that countered. Alright, which one do we want to get countered? The Celestis is really good for card draw, so I really don't want that to get countered, but... I mean, they have a lot of spells that counter non-creature spells, so I think playing a creature might be better, although it's probably just going to get countered, so it doesn't matter. There's 2 Make Disappears already in the graveyard, so you have a 3rd one. He does not. Alright, let's take away his chance to make things disappear. So consider again. His deck's full considers. The only thing he's played so far are consider and make disappear. Does he want to bounce this? That's a 2-for-1. But he might. You never know. He didn't do it, so... I don't know, that's 4 mana. Maybe Jin's coming out. Yep. Alright, so it's a 4-4. If we play Liliana, then that 4-4 becomes a... Eesh. I could make that a 3-4. With my Trespasser. I guess that's a play, right? Liliana does remove the Jin, but it just gets countered here. He has 1 land open. He probably has a counter spell in his hand. Our opponent's roping. I mean, okay, so I hate this deck because it is interactive, but it's the dumb kind of interactive. Because I don't like a deck that purely relies on luck, and that's what Mono Blue is. You see me play. We wouldn't have the game because we went first and we draw the right counter spells. We lose the game, so we only draw lands and don't draw the Jin, right? And that's frustrating, but also not fun. Alright, opponent's roping all the way. All the way. Second Trespasser out. Let's take out that second Make Disappear. Alright, do we want to attack here? If we attack, we can exile one of these cards, make it a 2-4. He can play any spell, and then we're down to... If you play any spell, we're down to 3, and this will die. That's not good, right? Oh, it's my rope, but his rope is out. I'm confused. Alright, so we can remove a Consider here, but I probably won't. He has spells to play. I saw him kind of hold up mana, so if he has any spell to play, it will hurt our Graveyard Trespasser. He could target, no, he didn't. A 3-4 is slightly less scary than 2 3-3s. Obviously, he can play a bunch of spells, like Thirst. He's going to discard 2 spells. Yeah, our opponent went first. If we went first, we would have got a Bankbuster out or Underdog out, and then we would have had the tempo advantage to kill our opponent. He's playing a lot of lands, but that's fine. He's going to deal 6? He's not going to deal 6. Okay. Well, he's not going to deal 6. If we remove 2, this becomes 1, 2, it becomes a 4. A 4 will still kill us, right? So, hey, what if we don't play it? Now he has to play 2 spells. We didn't draw lands. That's also frustrating. If you don't draw lands, it's even harder to counter these blue decks. Mono blue is so annoying. This car is dumb. It's got two effects, and it hurts the mana. I mean, like, it's only good in mono, best of 1. It's terrible in best of 3 because it's very easy to tech against. But hey, if our opponent just plays mono blue in best of 1, we really have to figure out a way to kind of go around that without purely teching for it. And that's the reason why I hate it. Now he didn't do anything. We didn't have any land, so he can put in 2 more, right? But we can remove 4 total. So let's remove 4 total. All right, does he have a spell to play? All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving all the spell in your graveyard. Enjoy your 2/4. You can block and kill the Glutton, I guess. But a Glutton is a 4, so even if he blocks and kills it, yeah, just score a card. Okay, that means he has a counter spell for my second play of the Graveyard Glutton. And if he has a counter spell, then let's draw it out with Liliana's probably good, right? I can make him sack, or that means it'll force his counter spell out, but I do need a land too. This is the annoying part. We didn't draw lands for like the last 3 turns. I guess we'll play out Liliana and get her countered. Probably a negate out there, right? There it is. Second Jin. Alright, finally we get another... Well, we have to play the land. It's not even a question. So, let's play our Trespasser out. Does he have another counterspell? Vertai. Okay. So he does have another counterspell, which means that if he... Oh boy. Okay, we can't remove too many things in a graveyard like this, so... We'll hit for 4, we'll trade for 1, and I own 2 creature left. And it'll just be a top deck board. You gotta do it. At least we're getting our lands. So he's holding 1 mana. I think anything we play probably just gets countered anyways. So we gotta be a little bit careful about what we play. Let's play a Celestis. Okay, there's no counterspell. Let's play a underdog here. We don't need a second Celestis. Got a Delver. Alright, here's Negate. I think we exile his Urtai Scorn, right? So we can take out the Jins, so he has no Jins left. We can take out the Negate, so he has no Negate left. And then he can take out his Fading Hope. All of that is kind of okay, but it really depends on what we take out. He has no counterspell? Okay. So, I'm not that afraid of Jin anymore. The Negates hit, but they don't hit that hard. Fading Hope, on the other hand, how annoying is Fading Hope? I actually don't care. Right? I don't want him to get these creatures out anymore. Let's just take out the Negates. See what's in his hand. An island, Alright, no more negates for you. Oh, and we have negate. I always forget about that. You want to block? You don't want to block. Okay. Well. Thirst. We have a negate, guy. Shouldn't you at least wait? Okay, we're down to 5, and we have no... Oh boy, so... we have to invoke him. See what comes out. He takes... Oh, we still lose. That's fun. Okay, yeah, I don't know if there's anything I could have gone around that, because we didn't draw lands for like 5 turns, and now all we draw is lands. I could have gained 1 life with the Celestis, but didn't happen. Alright, this does 7 damage. Having an underdog out does not help. That's GG. That's GG. Dang it! Alright, we almost got it. It's very close. It's unfortunate, but hey, you know, these things happen, and that was a waste of my life. Like I said, if we go first, we win these kind of stupid games where our opponent is purely rely on luck. And also we didn't draw lands. We do go first this time. We have a 2-drop and a 3-drop. I'm gonna keep. Kotose is very good, and she's keep coming to our hand, which is nice. But we have we have 1 off of each of these lands, and for some reason we drew. Alright, well, talking Numa or Ottawara is not really coming out, so... Bankbuster time? Maybe we'll put out the Tenacious Underdog as a blocker. Rock. Alright, not even gonna be able to block. That's no fun. Not Bankbuster. Celestis. We're not even gonna be able to block. Right? Maybe we should attack. This just says I can't block, right? Target creature, defending player with powerless and raw power can't block. This is what I was talking about in terms of not getting on the board fast enough. Now, I don't know how we can come back from this. And we didn't get any removal, so... against this deck, I think we just lose. Alright, there's like 10 damage on the board. I thought about putting the second underdog here, but honestly, it's just we need a blocker out, right? Second Reckless Stormseeker, okay. We take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We go down to 1. If we block the Radhar, we go down to 2. This gains us. This doesn't even gain us a life. Why didn't I counter that? Alright, there's another Stormseeker out there, and I think we're just done. Our opponent got a good start, and we didn't get any of our removal. We had like 2 cut downs and 2. What is that other thing called again? I always forget. The Infernal Grasp. Yep. I think the play there was really early game. I probably should have played the Bankbuster. I don't actually know. Opponent goes first again. We don't even have blue for the Make Disappear. We got a Bankbuster to play and a Graveyard Trespasser to curve out. So I'm gonna keep this hand, but it's very risky. I don't know what our rob the red, huh? No, I'm not gonna keep this hand. It's probably an aggro deck. It's probably bad. We need to get our early game draws in, and we are going second. Alright, we don't get early game drops, but we do get to lose, so let's keep. Probably the Waterfront. If we draw a 1-drop, at least we can play now. Yeah, there's a red. This amount of aggro is ridiculous. Alright, we're playing the same game, except we went second and we don't even have a play. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I don't know, I thought I was pretty, early game heavy for this deck, but instead we're only drawing the late game drops and we're getting overrun by these stupid, 1-drops. We do get a cut down. We can cut down the etching. Is that a thing? Let's see what he puts it on. We're at 3. Alright, this is where Meathook could save us. No Meathook means we die. Alright. I don't even know why we play these stupid games. This is our turn 4. We didn't even get to play anything. This is how Magic looks now? I mean, I guess I always had these mono red decks that are only care about putting on like 1-drops in the board and try to win with that. But they have to go first, and they have to draw their 1-drop. Another one of those aggro decks, Deadmir. Alright, finally we go first. We have these good, early game drops. So I'm going to keep, unfortunately, that does mean I'm not going to draw any lands for the foreseeable future. Oh, he's mono black. Interesting. Well, I'll drop this tap land and I'll play a curtain. I could cut down a sleeper here, but I don't think there's a need to rush to that. It's probably just going to buff it. Oh, he's going to play his Bankbuster. Okay, well, 2 can Bankbust that game. Huh. Liliana's pretty good. But he can crew his Bankbuster with Underdog and kill Liliana. So, let the mirror match begin. I wonder what our opponent's thinking. They have an owl. Owls are cool. You can double pump, I guess. Oh, he's not even doing anything? Liliana of the Veil. Okay, you got it.
I'll have this fight finished before brunch.
Sack a creature. Well, I mean, I only have the 1 creature to sack, so...
One of your friends has to leave.
Now I can play the thing that I said he was gonna do. Missing a land drop here though. That's not fun. Luckily everything here we can play with 3 lands.
Nothing more.
Didn't miss a land drop. No Shieldred? Shieldred. Attack with Bankbuster? Does do a lot of, well... Huh. Did they put a stop? I don't remember putting a stop here. Okay, well, we're gonna take 2 damage. Nothing we can do about that. Concealing Curtains. Oh, here's our Liliana. He can crew right now. Or he can crew when I make him sack.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows.
He wants to sack his card advantage, I'm okay with that.
Sacrifices must be made.
Do I want to attack here? His Shieldred will kill my Liliana, right? So, no. That's the second game today of the 3 games we played that we're not drawing lands. And here they have Invoke. Invoke this. Ah, shit. I think we're just dead. I mean, we can still stabilize the board. But the problem is we're going to be a lot of damage behind. And card advantage wise, I would say we're okay. But not having a land is just the worst.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people chuckle. I've always hated crowds.
Yeah, it's just the worst. Our opponent's not having a problem drawing lands. Good for him, I guess. Trespasser is very good. And they also have an Evolved Sleeper. What the heck are we gonna do? The Sleeper is evolving. Not a land, huh? Oh, what do you know? Drawing lands is very difficult to do in this deck. I was thinking about crewing my Bankbuster. I can't even do that because the stupid thing is a 0-4. Alright, probably just gonna attack Liliana, right? They also have a cut down? Jesus. I can't let them cut down my only 1 blocker. Play on 3 lands for like 3 games. Top deck Invoke. Alright, screw this game. I don't know. I think when you play Kotose, the arena is going against you. This is the second time I played, or actually the 3rd time I played this style of deck, and I feel like I get bad luck very often compared to all the other decks. Some of the other decks I play, you know, I guess I'm really back-breaking card draws. But when I play, look at this hand. 4 lands, 3 of them are swamps. No drops. Okay, I'm gonna play because I have some removal for the first time in forever. Blade Lores. I was gonna say his name is Bladders. But I can laugh, but I can also lose. Stupid chick. Rock hard time? Battery. Okay. I'm taking an extra damage for no reason. Can't equip. Have we only drawn lands? I think we've only drawn lands. Alright, I'm gonna trespass your little chick here. Is he holding up like a burn spell? He is holding up just a burn spell. Maybe he has lightning strike. It's 2 for 1. It sounds like it's good for me, but all I have in hand is lands. I guess the Waterfront District will draw me a land eventually. Squee, huh? Well. Yeah, take out your squee. No squee for you. I mean, maybe that attack wasn't necessary. I got a little too aggro there. Electrostatic. Well, now it's going to force him to play out a drop a thing. So that means Kotose will have her say. Give me that lightning strike. And all other lightning strikes. Ah, play with fire. Very fun. What? Come on. Yep. Now I have to strike. So we're gonna equip. Becomes a 3/4. Should I block? What if I don't block? Just wants to play a spell to pump it, right? Now is nighttime. Nighttime is the right time. This costs 3 to activate, and I have 2 more to make disappear or lightning strike. That's also, they're both good. Let's go. Second electrostatic infantry. Did I want to double make disappear that? I don't think my make disappear is doing much. I can use lightning strike here, right? I have to take this. My turn. Let's lightning strike your infantry. Anything else you want to play? You can block. You can block? What are you doing? You should have blocked. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing now. It's a very slow game because all we got are lands, 2 counter spells, and the first drops. Oh, could have countered it. I don't know. I was not paying attention. You didn't want to equip? Give it haste? Anyways, yeah. I don't know what our opponent's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'll draw a card. Okay, he's configuring. Bank Buster. Oh, that's trying to bust some banks. Alright, can he deal 10 damage to us in 1 turn? I doubt it. Without lightning strike? I don't think so. Play with fire. Becomes 4, does... I'll go down to 5. Second play with fire? No. Not like this. We're just gonna make everything disappear. we're down to 4. Scope. Alright, that's the right play there. Unequipped, so he has a blocker. But it's not like I don't have any card draws. And he doesn't have any more
When I win,
damage.
you're telling me what you... Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Alright, he can have a haste creature that does 4 damage, can he? What deck? Well, haste creature can deal 4 damage. I'm not really quite sure. But since I'm tapped out here, let's draw a card. It's a land. Alright. If I attack, he has to block, right? Is there a haste creature that does 4 damage? In a mono red deck. It's a flyer. And if it's a flyer, can't do anything anyways. That's 3 damage. Does he have a play with fire? Play with fire! Alright, GG. That was the dumbest freaking 4 play with fires. What could I have gotten out of that? If I didn't attack, we would have had a 1-1. And we would have a 3-3. I don't know. We cannot win that game. We cannot win a single game for the life of us. And that is frustrating because I don't think it's a bad deck, but we are getting all of the worst draws. And the only thing we're playing against for mono red. One goes first again. We have 2 Tenacious Underdog. Alright. Did we win that game against the mono blue? I don't remember anymore. I don't think we did. Alright, 3 Tenacious Underdogs. I'm just gonna underdog for days. Go ahead, counter it. It's an underdog, you'll come back. Blue-white. Faithful Absence. Karn Silex. That's interesting. Alright, well. Maybe it looks as though we don't have... Well, we were going to blitz our underdog, but in reality we just have a bunch of underdogs to play. Let's go in for damage. Maybe he has an Emperor? No Emperor? Okay. Probably has counter spells. If he has counter spells, I guess the better play is to look at his hand. You can counter the curtain, I guess. What does it even do? Exile, destroy each non-land permanent. Yep. It's gonna Urtide Scorn a Concealing Curtain. Oh. I don't even know if this deck is good anymore. I feel like I've been on the back foot every game regardless of what kind of cards I draw and what kind of play I make. So maybe the Kotose deck is just a little bit weaker without the... Or just too weak, I would say, without the Meathook Massacre for a Field Cling. And Blue-Black doesn't have any Field Clings to speak of. So the gameplay cannot be late game. It cannot be control. It has to be aggro. Look, he has 2 lands, so he probably has some sort of counter, right? Let me just attack first. Alright, invoking here is kind of worthless. Let's get underdog it out. Can't blitz it. Second Impulse. Impulse is not a card advantage. It just really helps you filter. So it's not too bad. He's not getting extra cards on us. Wonder of our opponent's plays. 3, huh? Alright, let's see here. We can Otawara our own Celestus. I guess we'll do that. Or we can draw a card, right? Do we really need that second Celestus? Is getting a card draw more important? I think so. Takenuma. Well, unless he has another Karn Silex, all these underdogs are gonna blitz into his field. And we're in nighttime. Alright, I want to play the Bankbuster first in case he has a counterspell, because Bankbuster is slightly more important than Tenacious Underdog. And this is just a blitz. Counter my blitz. Alright, that exiles it, but at least we got 2 more. Now we're on daytime again. What does daytime do for their deck? Ah, Karn Silex again. That's interesting. At least we can eat a make this appear, but a syncopate? Oh, we can eat a syncopate as well. I don't know what else we can eat though, because if it's just negate, we can't stop it. Alright, deal 6 damage and draw 3 cards. All in all, pretty good day. Silver Scrutiny. Draw 3 cards. Ah, if only our Shodra was out. And we have a make disappear. Okay, now we have a lot of things on the board to scare our opponent. Nothing really to exile here. Should we just pile a Shieldred to scare our opponent? Shieldred's pretty good, right? Liliana makes him discard, but it also makes me discard. I don't want to discard. Make him tap out if he wants to. Otherwise he takes some damage. Farewell? No farewell. Go away. Alright, now you have 1 mana. Enjoy it. Our opponent is very confident in his plays. Does he even have a response to whatever we play? I don't know, let's find out. No response, huh? Well, we're gonna exile our own curtain. And we shall crew the Bankbuster. Oh, finally we won a game. Alright, this is your typical 3-year-old get kicked out of tournament. Eventually we will win because the game will take pity on us. Not that the deck is good in any way whatsoever, right? Alright, I won 1 game. I'm going to stop here before I spend the next hour winning the second game. Let's look at this deck, right? I think there are some changes we can make. The Bankbuster is very good for a slower meta, but it's not that good in today's meta when I'm just getting aggro left and right. So maybe cutting the Bankbuster would be correct, or at least cut it down to 2 and putting more Concealing Curtain, putting a, well, Tenacious Underdog's already in. So putting more 1-drops like the Evolved Sleeper. For blue, maybe putting in the Fading Hope could help. Although I don't know necessarily a good idea of putting Fading Hope. I think it is just about the black 1-drops that might be necessary to counter the mono black, mono red, mono white aggro. All of these aggros are really just, you gotta stop their early games. Evolved Sleepers doesn't really stop too much because it's a 1-1. On the other hand, the Concealing Curtains is 0-4, so it doesn't deal any damage. Right? And the problem with all of that against aggro, that's all I played today so far, and the idea is to have a little bit more of a board advantage. So maybe just having more cutdowns or having more Infernal Grasp could help. You saw that 1 game we played against Control, we were winning most of the time, and in the first game against Mono Blue, we were about to win like 90% of the time. It wasn't really that much of a struggle until we stopped drawing lands. All right, so the deck I would say is iffy. It could be strong in the right meta, which you can say about many decks, but the only problem that I have right now with this deck is that it has no field clearing, it has no comeback mechanic, and without combat mechanic like the Meathook Massacre, it will be very painful against aggro decks if you're going second. So we really have to cut the Bankbuster, put in more early game removal, and maybe even cut a Celestis, or I hate to say it, maybe one Invoke Despair to have more 2-drops and 3-drops just to stay in the game. Alright, that's what I got for today. Thank you very much for joining me. See you guys next time.